So finding your sitting posture, sitting on the earth, and feeling that support from the earth. Feeling the earth holds you. Supports your life, supports your body. That very tangible sense of connection. The body pressing on the earth, feeling the chair or the cushion or bench. And then the uprightness of the spine, rising from the place of contact, lifting from the base through the crown of the head. And of course, if you're lying down, you'll experience that differently. But there still can be a kind of aliveness in the spine. You can take a few breaths, maybe a little bit deeper than just normal breathing. If you like, into your belly and just letting go. Letting go of tension, letting go of tightness in the body, which helps us to more fully arrive. And as you feel your breath in the body, the breath can bring you into the body in a way in which we feel a sense of the whole body. And we can bring a mindful awareness, a kind awareness that just inquires, and we can ask ourselves, how am I in this moment? What's alive in the body in this moment? Am I holding any attitudes? Am I holding certain energies in the body that keep me from being fully present, that keep me from feeling fully alive and open-hearted? And so we bring this inquiry, asking ourselves as we would a dear friend, how am I? How am I in this moment? How is my mental state? How is the energy that I feel in the body? How is my heart? We ask this not to kind of fix ourselves or get rid of whatever we might discover, but really to open, to bring that quality of acceptance that we were just talking about give space to. Give space to just simply be. And moving in this way from the attitude of Chronos, in which we objectify the world around us. It's one thing after another. It's this or that. It's either I'm anxious or mindful in the mind of Chronos. In the mind, in the Kairos space-time, there's space for everything. There's time for everything. There's time, space for things to be as they are. That they can be held without a contradiction. That if there's anxiety or sadness, there can also be openness, love, a sense of spaciousness, acceptance. When we practice meditation, we're practicing this art, the art of returning, the art of remembering, uh, the art of coming home to the heart, to the space of awareness. And we can bring that attitude to it, to the practice, in which we're not pushing away or feel like we're getting rid of whatever mental state or thought might arise, where we can bring that quality of acceptance and open-heartedness to this being, quality of kindness to this being. Which shifts from identifying with sadness, loss, anxiety, whatever it is that we may be caught in, to giving space, giving an aware, kind space to knowing that without holding it, without holding on to it. And so we can even experience some quality of ease, even if what we're aware of as a mental state is anxiety. For the last few minutes of the sitting, I'd like to guide a meditation on equanimity. Equanimity, this quality of deep acceptance of things as they are, without detaching, without disconnecting, nor is there attachment. There's this quality of non-attachment. There can be a responsive quality of knowing things are as they are, and at the same time, a willingness to respond in whatever way seems most skillful and kind. So, bringing attention to the whole body and to the heart, taking a few breaths into the heart. Bring to mind some occasion in your life. It could be recent or it could be more distant in the past, when you were able to accept things as they were, when you were able to let go of your struggle with trying to make something different than how it was in your life, and accept that things are as they are. And that you had the capacity to be with that, with a quality of acceptance and peace. And perhaps even interest. And it's important to choose something appropriate, because there are certain situations that we've experienced in our lives, perhaps some of us anyway, in which the skillful response is not to accept, but the skillful response is to remove oneself from the situation if it's harmful to ourselves. So, or in some way change the situation. So I'm not. So it's important to choose a memory that is appropriate for this and doesn't cause confusion. And so as you connect with this, notice the quality of heart, notice the quality of energy in the body that you experience as you bring to mind this skillful letting go, this skillful acceptance, opening to how that things are as they are. And as you feel that, allow that quality of heart, that energetic quality, to be experienced in the whole body. So open the whole body to that experience of acceptance, acceptance of this human being that you are in this moment. This human being that may be imperfect. It is imperfect and is also good enough to keep learning, keep living, keep going, keep evolving. Just this quality of openness and acceptance and deep peace with this being in this moment. Let that be lived in the body for a few moments. And if there are places where in the body where it just feels closed or dense or in shadow, bring equanimity to that as well. And extending this equanimity like a light shining from your heart in every direction, to the front, to the right, to the back, to the left, above and below, as well as within. Extending that equanimity to the space around you, to the beings that inhabit your home, your community, the world. quality of acceptance, allowing things to be as they are. Which is so healing within, also brings healing in our relationships, in the ways that we engage in the world around us. And so let's conclude our practice with this intention. May my practice for liberating myself from suffering, may it also bring benefit, well-being, and liberation to all, to others in my life, and touch beings in ways that ripple boundlessly in all directions. I'd just like to add a couple of thoughts. This this reflection on Chronos and Kairos, which ties very much into this quality of being fully present, fully arriving with an accepting and open heart, has such an effect on the ways that we engage in relationship with the people in our lives. And if we can bring this this quality of presence, we can, just as we turn in our meditation practice toward that experience of struggle with something, that a mental state arises, a feeling arises, a thought arises, and there we can get caught in it, and then we can struggle with it. We can feel we have to push it away, we have to change it, we have to somehow change ourselves, and we get caught in that mindset of this or that, of somehow fixing ourselves. And when we can shift and be open and present, fully present to whatever's happening within our being, when we can bring that quality of presence to another, it allows something new to emerge. It allows we can, just let go of our perceptions, our preconceptions of how things ought to be, should be, we want them to be, we don't want them to be, and just open to who is this person that I'm with in this moment, that I'm with in person or on the phone or on Zoom, because we're not in person with a whole lot of other beings these days. Um, yeah, so I invite you to explore that. And because this can be a very stressful time, if we are living with somebody, there's a lot that the sparks can happen, and we can so and also the people close in our lives, we can have so many expectations and want so much from those relationships that it can put a lot of pressure on the relationships. So so just maybe an invitation to be aware of that in how we are with the people who are closest to us in this time of COVID, these challenging times. So thank you. I'm going to